I can't even believe that this is a thing I get to announce. I am gonna have my own kit with Lion Brand. Oh my gosh. This is amazing news. Never thought I'd be that person. And this is the yarn they sent me. I've already begun the design process, just because I couldn't wait, but let me show you. This is the yarn. They come in cakes, and I stacked them like a tier of cakes. Yes. So, I've already used this much of it compared to this much. Look at that hefty ball. So it comes with 392 yards. It's 50% cotton and 50% polyester. It is a 3-weight light. It suggests using a J-hook when crocheting, but I went ahead with using a 4.5 millimeter. I love these clover hooks. It's like a blend between, sorry, that's not gonna focus, but it's a blend between tapered and inline. So I like it. And it's less likely to snag. I do find when working with cottons, you normally get a lot of splitting going on, but it's totally worth it with the way that it feels, the durability, and the drape. So this is what I've come up with so far. I'm totally kind of jumping ahead because I'm that excited. I've already gotten like halfway, I would say, on one of the panels. But this is the drape I'm talking about. Look at that slinkiness. I had a hard time deciding. Initially, I already knew I was going to do the moss stitch. But I still had a hard time deciding when I came to doing the swatches right here. I first did the moss stitch swatch because I knew that's what I wanted to try. And then I wasn't sure because like it has a lot of gappiness when you stretch it. So I tried this one. It's like a single crochet front and back loop, and there's less gappiness with the stretch. Excuse my nasty nails, by the way. But I don't know, it has a lot of texture in it. So I didn't end up going with it. This one I really love, but I'm not sure how patient people will be when they make it, because this is a lot of slip stitching. But look how, I mean, this stretch, and you never have to get any gaps going. But also, this has a thicker feel to it, and I'm not sure how heavy that would get. So the best bet was the moss stitch as planned. It's not as busy, so I think it'll look really good when it's all together. Can't wait to show y'all more. So I'm back at this crocheting here. The moss stitch is very nice because it's pretty speedy. But while I was doing this, I thought that I would tell y'all a little bit about the way I work when I'm designing. I don't have a lot of designs, so I can't say this is how it will be forever. I used to, well, with my first couple of designs, I just make the sample and then I write the pattern from there. And I was lucky that the sample came out pretty well the first go around, so I didn't have to make so many of them to really iron out the details as to how I want it to be and how I pictured it to be. This time around, I'm trying to be a little bit more professional about it, and I kind of started all the brainstorming and the math first and started like really gauging how many stitches and what the shape will be, what the construction will be. And so I'm hoping that it'll go pretty smoothly because I am kind of on a deadline. Well, a self-made deadline. So yeah, I don't know which is really the right way to go. It all depends on the design, I guess. I guess I could tell you after this is all over if this is the way to go. Maybe a mixture of both. I'm all about the fact that what's the word I'm trying to think of? Everything in moderation. So there's no need to be extreme on either side. Maybe a little bit of planning and a little bit of freedom and creativity is the best way to go. So we shall see. Good morning. It has been several days and several projects in between since I have worked on this design. It's not an easy process to design with doing the math and just constantly using my brain, so it's just easy to put off and decide to work on something else. But last night I finally picked it back up and I finished one of the panels. I don't want to say if it's front or back because I want it to be reversible. So I also started on the knotted side, and hopefully I can make some headway on that today. Ooh, the time is almost near. I'm on my last little piece till I can see if what I'm doing is kind of the look that I was going for. I get to start seaming some things up to see whether it's going to work out. It's both exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. I cannot get over how satisfying this look is when the cake becomes just a giant hole in between. This is my second cake, and I have this much left from the first cake. I'm assuming it's probably around the same, except there's probably less left from the second cake because this panel takes less because of this little V thing. I'm not sure how this V would look on the back, but I'm really hoping that this will work out okay being reversible. I'm really liking this shaping here too. I think that will be really cool for the sleeve. I hope that'll be enough room. I'm not sure yet how that's gonna work out. I've never really done shaping, so we'll see. But I've got all my pieces now, so I'm gonna try and maybe finagle with it to see what it's gonna be like using stitch markers so that I don't have to seam it together, then get ticked off it didn't work and undo it all. But look at that moss stitch. It's got just nice texture. I am trying to replicate like the way everybody makes knots in ear warmers, and my brain is just really having a hard time processing how to get that constructed in this sweater. So just keep trying over and over again and hoping something finally clicks. Okay, so prototypes are prototypes. The first one is generally not going to go through, right? I ended up leaving it last night, and then this morning I decided to go ahead with all the seaming just to see what is it that I need to make repairs on and adjustments on, and just where to move from where I was at. I'm actually a little happier than I thought I'd be about it, but there is room for improvement. And I'm also getting scared and concerned about what grading is going to be like on this. Anyway, without further ado, I guess I'll show you. So this is one panel. I think that I want to adjust the V more. It's kind of higher than I'd like, which I guess it's cool whenever I wear it reversible and it's on the back, which I'll show you in a minute. I kind of think I want the V down a little bit lower, and it also would give me more room for the armpit. I mean, sleeves are going to be a whole nother realm later. I haven't decided on if I want them to be panels or if I want them to be in the round. So this is the knotted side, and I'll show you what it looks like from the front. But I am realizing I need to figure out taking out some of this bulk here. So I think I'm gonna have to do some actual shaping. I was thinking before that this, like it being cinched there, was going to help pull it all in, and I didn't think about all of that bunching up there. So I definitely think I'm gonna have to add some decreases there to get rid of these extra fabrics here. The knot itself is kind of lumpy, and I feel like I would like the stitch to be less bulky, but that's just naturally how crochet is. And I think when you put the sleeves on, it's really gonna be a nice, comfy, cozy sweater. Probably not really as much for summertime unless it's like a cool evening, which that's what it's been lately. So I don't know what it's gonna be like in a couple months though when I do have this released, and by the time you watch this video, already released. Okay, I'll show you the front. Okay, the front. The knot in the front. So you see these seams right here. I ended up wrapping that part to where it goes around, and the seams kind of end up in the front there. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, I think it's normal to have them up more like this, but because of the way that I did each of these panels here, I did like a top panel, bottom panel, a top panel, a bottom panel here. This kills the stomach. But yeah, it just, like when I seamed it on there, it just pulls it. But I kind of like that added feature. And I almost like think it would be cool to add some kind of strip of an embellishment there. But maybe it's too much and takes away from the knot. I don't know. I kind of like the seam there. The knot. I don't mind the location of the knot here, right under the bust. That's pretty cool. It's a little bit more revealing than I was thinking I could be. I thought the knot would be a little bit lower, but I kind of do like it right here. So I got to figure out how to take this bulk out. Yeah. But overall, I guess it's not so bad. And I was unsure when I seamed it whether it was going to be like, it was going to fit. Because I started to think whenever I did the knot that it was going to be too small and tight. But it's not really. I kind of like the fit itself. Like, it's not too tight. But this is the part that annoys me the most, the bulk here. So once I figure that out, we'll be good. All right. I took a bit of a break and worked on some other projects. I guess just to hype myself up that I'm going to be taking it apart. And I already got one side done. I'm thinking I'm not going to take this whole V apart though. Probably going to take it down, like leave the bottom part, then go to the waist and then add some waist shaping here. And then I'm gonna measure this area and see how much more I wanna decrease here to make the V a little bit deeper. I'm scared. Maybe I am just really visual, but I'm pretty much to the point of trial and error. I did more math yesterday. I finished reworking a whole one panel again. I will show you that. So this is about the same down here at the bottom, but then I added some curve to it. Hopefully that's not too drastic, but I think the knot was taking a lot of weight, so I really wanted to take a big chunk out, and I felt like it was about 20 rows, and yeah, I took out basically a swatch worth on there. And then I basically also kept the same V, and I lengthened this part a little bit. And now I'm working on the knot side. So I've done less stitches on here, and I'm gonna make this all one panel. Instead of doing 4 panels, I'm gonna do 2 panels for the knot side, and we'll see how it goes. I think that I have officially finished the half of one panel. So now it's on to the other side. Hopefully I can replicate it, like opposite direction. I am already kind of getting tired of doing this. Designing is just like not easy. It's more so satisfying after the fact. You feel so accomplished. But I guess if it's not hard, it's not worthwhile, right? Like, if it were easy, I wouldn't be as satisfied once it's over. So let's see if this little added shaping in here will work. I am about to take this project on the go with me, and I'm almost done with this second piece on the knotted side. And hopefully by the time I get back tonight, I will have it all seamed up and be able to try it on for the second prototype. But I wanted to show you all this other panel. I know I already did, but I forgot to mention, it really reminds me of a bunny. Isn't that just so cute? Good morning. So I am back at this again. It gets very discouraging to do this much frogging. That is what I frogged last night from the 2 panels, the 2 knot panels. And this I have not got to yet because I'm gonna brainstorm again. I think that this part is where it's puckering at, and that I need to do more of a gradual decrease there. So I'm assuming I probably need to make it more like that. So I need to figure out how many rows that is and how many stitches that will be on each row. And then I'll frog it down to wherever the first decrease is, and I'll leave whatever these rows are, and try again. Okay, I reworked it again, but I changed up the V. There's kind of more of a gradual shaping here. I think I might add some more stitches up here on the arms. So it'll give me more of a deeper V, and also it will maybe put the seam up higher here, hopefully. I really don't know what I'm doing here. Just trial and error. Okay, it's official. I have got my fingers crossed that this one's gonna work. And I've been cranking so much that I'm wearing this. That's clean, just so you know. It's just permanently stained. But this is supposed to, one-handed, it's hard, but it's like an ace bandage, and it kind of helps with the strain that I put on myself from crocheting so much. I've been trying to do some exercises, but I'm still feeling a little bit of pain. Probably because I'm having to do this over and over again, and I'm putting the pressure on myself on getting it done, because I'm losing some joy on it, but I know that joy will come back quickly when I see that I achieved what I wanted. Let me get this all together and see what it's like. Why can't I just be done with it and work on the freaking sleeves? You guys. I worked it, so I finally am comfortable with the V. But I am still, as you can tell, getting a little bit of puckering here. I mean, I guess I have to gradually decrease even more here. Like another 5 to 10 stitches. And then this area back here, I have it, when it's on the back, I don't have to fold it in as much, but when it's on the front, the V of it here, I have to fold in. And as you can see here, look at that. See that kind of pucker? I have to add shaping to the top here also. Because otherwise when I add the sleeves, there's gonna be a bunch of bunched up fabric right here. I don't know. My husband doesn't like the knot in the front, but I like it. So I like that it's reversible. I don't want to do it over again. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's not on. As you can see, flat, you can already tell there's a problem of puckering here and here. So I think I need 10 more rows of shaping here. I'm good with this kind of style of the bunching. That's what's meant to go with the knot. I like it. This part is where I need to do more of the shaping, so it's similar to the V on the other side. Look how cute that is. This looks like it could be like a long dress. So this V is so perfect. I love this. And also I learned on this one, I like this depth for the armpit. This is a good size. It's nice and loose, and it gives room to move around. Love, love, love it. And I think it will give like a really nice, comfortable, baggy sleeves. And I'm down for this sweater to be like kind of fitted on the body, but nice, cozy sleeves that just dangle to your fingertips and makes you want to just sit inside with a warm drink and binge watch all the romance TV. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? So I would not frog this again. I would just block out this puckering but I have to fix this. This is unacceptable because like I said earlier, when I get to the sleeves, it's just gonna add that extra fabric that I don't want, and cotton already tends to be clunky and we don't need that. Say bye. Y'all, this is what it looks like to be a designer. Nobody gets to see the pretty, the ugly side. They always get to see the pretty side. And I am not a professional designer by any means, but I have done a few, and every single time there are tears shed, blood had, sweat made. Like, this is not an easy task. So this time around, I am pretty excited. I think that it's gonna work because I'm also writing the pattern in my tablet as I go this time. So after this prototype is done, I can send it out and get assistance in getting it graded. You guys, I'm feeling the good jujus on this one. Oh, yes. It's gonna work this time. There's not gonna be any puckering up top. If there's a hint of puckering on the bottom, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it. And I'm sure that it'll block out. Because I think that with it being cotton and acrylic, during the blocking phase and during the wearing phase, it might grow a little bit and the stitches will also fall in its perfect position and just be ultra cozy. I can really foresee greatness here. I am back at this morning, straight to it. I nearly finished my second knot panel, so I'm really looking forward to getting to try on this prototype. I really think this one is the winner. Like, seeing just the shape of it flat seems way more promising. It looks more like a flattering figure. It is done, it is done, it is done. This part of it is, at least. It looks more like a normal figure, doesn't it? Ugh. Look at all these joins, though, from snipping it and redoing it so many times. It will be okay, though. It will be okay. I am getting to the seaming and about to try it on. I think it's kind of funny that with every try on this sweater, I am using less and less yarn because of the shaping. Look at how much I have left now. I started with 2 cakes. So this is just gonna go into the sleeves. I'm really thinking that 3 cakes is gonna make a small, and that's exciting. And that means that it's gonna be affordable for a lot of people. I'm also realizing that I'm learning a lot about shaping, which I guess is a good thing to learn. I'm really too embarrassed to even show this. I don't have a bra on, but what even is this? That shaping was a total bust. All right, so I'm looking at it now, and I'm thinking that, see how I joined it on this side? I'm thinking that maybe I should join it on the actual side of it. And maybe it'll pull it that way, and this will be more of a V. Maybe it'll be more of a construction fix here, because I could feel the weight of it pulling here. Let's try it. Okay, so it is a little better. But now I'm wishing that I didn't do the shaping because that's too much gap. And before it could pass as like a tank top style, and now I'm like, this is so not tank top. Now I want to take the shaping out and then see if I seam the end on the side, if it will take that puckering out that was there before. I'm getting so fed up of working on this. Like, the joy is really being sucked out of me. I don't understand how this works here, I guess. I don't know how. I mean, I'm putting the shaping here, so it should take these stitches out. I'm not understanding. And I don't know how to fix it. It's just really tough because I have been working on this every waking moment. I mean, it's just, I'm ready to be happy about it. So I went ahead and tried the other seaming with that sleeve on the side, which is basically this area here, putting this here. And I don't know how people will feel about this part being folded. I think this won't be that big of a problem when I put the sleeves on. I think this will just have to do. Seems like the puckering is gone here. I do feel like the knot is a little bit higher, but it's less bunchy. Look, when I put it here, it takes away some of that bunch there too. So I think when I put it here, it's gonna take away some of that too. I guess I'm okay with that. This will do. Good morning. I am back at it. Last night I started on the sleeve area. Yeah, so I made one and probably got about 3 or 4 inches. And then I tried it on. I was like, no, this is too tight. So I added a few more stitches in there. And I tried it on late last night. I'm not very far in, but it feels much looser and like I can work with it. So I'm going to go with this and I'm going to try and get some length to it and then I'll show y'all. Okay, I have used up the rest of that second hank of yarn or cake of yarn and I'm even more in love with it. The sleeves are perfect. Look at that. It sits so well. I'm thinking I'm going to keep the sleeve the same size for the whole thing, and then it could be really baggy around the forearm and the hand, and you can make it the length that you want to. So if you want a shorter sleeve or if you want a longer sleeve. I mean, honestly, this would be a really cool, like, 3/4 sleeves shirt, but I really like the coziness of a long sleeve. Let's see how it goes. I'm really excited now. I'm finding my joy back again. I have been freaking out all day. It's so good. It's officially done. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that knot. It's so fun that it is reversible. And I don't have that much yarn left. I used 3 cakes and I have this much left. I think it's probably like 20 grams. Let me look on my little scale here. Put it on this bad boy. 16 grams. Yeah. That's awesome. So it's going to be pretty attainable for like anybody. I have taken quite a hefty break on my little knot sweater, but it's been like a back and forth thing with the tech editor, and now she's ready and I have to get myself ready and snap out of my break and into the excitement again on this sweater. But this is also the part that I don't really like, and you know, you have to take the good with the bad, and I'm just being brutally honest with you guys here. Designing is hard, so I guess the more practice you get, surely the easier it gets. That's what I imagine, and that's what it looks like other makers learn through the process. So I just spent time weaving in a bunch of ends. I say a bunch, and it's because like I frogged it so many times, so I had like a lot of extra ends, but you shouldn't have as many ends. And since it's cotton and it's a durable fiber, I'm really just gonna throw it into the wash with my regular clothes and see how it goes. Hello. It has been a number of days, probably even a month, since I have looked at my pattern and washed my sweater, taken finished pictures. So here I am, just got notice that I have an official deadline, official date of when to get my design in. I can't say I've lost all excitement, but I'm panicking now. And I'm not as excited as I was. I just want it to be over with now. And I'm just being truthful here. Just because I want you to understand what it is like to design. My face is breaking out. We're under this huge pandemic and everybody's been staying at home. So I really originally wanted to take beautiful finished pictures at like a tulip garden or just someplace maybe with lots of architecture, like just all the places except at my home. But since we are at a shelter-in-place order, I am to make it, do it all at home. So now I am forcing myself to get presentable for photos and snag pictures. I've got bug bites and breakouts, and it'll be all right. I originally had planned to take the pictures on my DSLR, but I'm also not a very, I'm not a pro at that, and I don't have the Wi-Fi set up here, and it's coming on the 14th. So that will be too late. So I'm going to go ahead and do phone pictures, which they say they still accept and that it'll be okay. So hopefully that is true. Like I've become pretty good at taking pictures on my iPhone. But yeah, hopefully I get some money shots and then I feel a lot better and more motivated. And then I can get back to editing my pattern and be excited and be done with it within like a couple days, so I can get back to working on some of my other things. I know when I look back at this, I'm going to be so upset at myself for not being more excited, but oh my God, look at that. That is going to be in my picture. Okay, I have got my phone on my hoity-toity tripod. Babies. Hopefully I don't get dog hair in my pictures or dogs in my pictures, but I'm thinking that I might do it out here or take a couple shots out here in my empty pool because, I mean, that blue background might be pretty cool. I haven't decided how I like these to hang. When I had my inspiration, it had like a lot of them dangling like this. So I don't know. We'll see. Nah, I don't think the pool view is gonna work. It's very bright down here though. I mean, I wish I could get some decent angles, but it's not working for me. I'm not enjoying the looks I'm getting from it. I must say it is kind of a nice overcast day, but it's sunny at the same time, so it's pretty decent for picture taking stuff. Oh my goodness, the ground is still wet. I have lots of road noise and passerbyers, but I thought that I'd talk about how I am enjoying the feel of this fiber. It's super soft and super comfortable to wear. I do picture this more as a loungewear type, but I do take all of my pictures glam. You know, I gotta add that extra wow, and I love it with nature. And during this shoot, I am not wearing shoes, so I am becoming one with the earth, which is something good to be doing right now with what's going on in our world. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to come on and say I am loving the feel of the sweater. All my pictures are traditionally horizontal for my videos, but passerbyers. But all the pictures that are done for Lion Brand, they prefer vertical, so that's what I've been taking, and it's a little bit different for me. I know vertical is also nice for Instagram, and I think that these are things that probably people don't pay attention to when they are taking pictures or designing, but those are like the little details that you kind of get used to as you're becoming a designer. 111, I made my wish. I don't know if you do stuff like that. My husband and I have a thing. I took all the pictures that I think will work. There wasn't like a picture that I was like, ooh yeah, that is the shot. I usually have that with some, but maybe it's just like the mood I'm in today. Like forcing the creativity to happen is kind of hard sometimes, so putting a time constraint on yourself, while it can be challenging, is also you know, not as freeing with your creativity. But overall, I can't say that it's horrible, and I'm good with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back to grading and working on the actual PDF pattern. So I had gotten redressed in some pink and tried it again, but I don't know what it is. I think it's just my mood today. Nothing's going right today. So I'm just uncomfortable and unsure about everything that I'm doing. And sometimes you just have those days. I'm gonna work with what I got. The sprinkles are starting to come in. The sun is starting to go away. So I'm gonna try some more on my DSLR because I don't get a lot of practice on that, and I'll see. I tried again. The sprinkles are picking up. and I can't get the DSLR camera to focus on what I want it to. It just starts focusing on everything outside instead of just like on me. I am just feeling like a complete and utter failure because it's not perfect. I'm just hoping that even anybody out there wants the kit in the first place, and that it's something that's desirable and something that'll work for somebody. I don't know if I can get the excitement back on here, and I don't know if I should even share that. The yarn is awesome. This is legit the world's freaking worst thing to do. Look at all these pages of notes and all these pages of design. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, now it is early evening and third time's a charm, right? So I'm back out here again. I have eaten, so hopefully I feel a little bit better. I've also been typing up and I feel like I'm getting the grading down. Things might be turning around, guys. So I think now is the time. Now is the time I will get a good photo. Ooh, it's kind of chilly out here. Really pushing this at the nick of time, but Emily from Fiat Fibers is a tech editor, and she has been the one that's been helping me clean up my pattern and figure out some of this math work. And she just helped me with the yardage. Excel spreadsheets are amazing. I wish I was better experienced at them, but I feel a little bit better about having that into my pattern. I gotta say, this is just a surreal experience to just see my design in the Lion brand template. The feeling, I really cannot even describe. I mean, it's a dream. Those of you that have been doing it know that feeling. Those of you that want to do it, you just wait. Keep on trying and you'll get there. It's fun. So I am like a couple days away from it, and hopefully this video also will be edited and air at the same time that this design goes out. And the excitement is just unreal. So I'm sitting here talking to my camera because that's all I can talk to right now. I tell you, it has been a journey on fine-tuning this pattern. It's probably the worst part of designing. Making the thing, well, coming up with the concept, making the thing, playing with the yarn, all of that, super fun. Although frogging gets stressful, as you remember. But the actual writing the pattern, the computer work part of it, seems like forever. And there's so much that you could just miss. And I mean, I guess that's what's great about having a tech editor, to have a second set of eyes to look at it for you. But I mean, ultimately you do have to do the work yourself, and it's a lot of math. And I'm still pretty new at this, so it doesn't come easy to me. There are some others that it comes easy to, but I'm not the one. If you're great at math, you might like this part. I really think the world likes to play jokes on me. I mean, just as I get everything done, the cell towers are just going wonky, and so my internet doesn't want to work to send my pattern in. I mean, I am done, you guys. This is it. You get to see it so soon, like next week. Hopefully this video will be up by then, and y'all can leave a comment and let me know what you think. A couple days ago, I shared with my friends online that I found myself listed as a designer on Lion Brand. What a surreal experience. And then as I got my document finished, it's just surreal to see your design in their template. Like, it's really happening. It's a crazy feeling. I mean, it's not all a beautiful process or a beautiful picture, case in point, but it does all come together and it is all worthwhile. And I'm glad that I did it. This is a smile. Still in quarantine mode smile, but there is kind of like a lot of marketing and finishing things to do. This is Wednesday, 2 days before the actual release of this kit. And I think a lot of people probably think all you have to do is design and you make this great thing and then it goes out there. They forget about all the other behind the scenes things. Like, I need to do a blog, I'm doing a video. You want to make sure you have all the links for everything. I know some other bloggers, they do a whole lot more than what I do. I'm trying to work my way up to that, but for now, it's still like a lot to set yourself up for that specific day. It's not the work of just that day. I've been working on this since February. So, I mean, imagine, this is just one pattern. Imagine some of those designers that are doing like so many, like 2 of Wands. I mean, no wonder why she works at Lion Brand. I mean, entire collections. I cannot imagine doing that. I admire that. I really do. But I appreciate you following my journey. I hope that maybe you will feel inspired to try to make your own design and maybe try to get your own kit. You could always apply with them online. I will try and put the links down below, and I plan on posting a blog post about my Lion Brand experience on my blog, if it's not up already. I mean, I have 2 days. Thank you, and now go see me looking way better than I do right now. Enjoy.